Year 6, welcome back, Mrs. Powell here. Now for today's art activity, we're going to be exploring tonal colour, basically lights and darks of the same colour, and how that we can use tonal colour to create 3D effects on a 2D surface. And to do that today, we're going to be using our oil pastels from our art curriculum pack. So we're going to create a 3D sphere. So let me show you how it's done. Okay, so you're going to start your drawing by using something circular to draw around. I've got like a little plastic lid here, and you're just going to draw very lightly around the lid to create a circle. So remember, we're trying to create the idea of 3 dimensions on a 2D surface. So whenever you're considering drawing something in 3 dimensions, you have to consider where the light source is coming from, in this case the imaginary light source. So we're going to think that the light is coming from this sort of top right corner. So where the light would hit this, well, which will be a sphere, will be the lightest bit of your whole drawing. And in fact, this is what we call a highlight. So I'm just going to leave a patch of the paper white. I'm not going to put any tone on that to create my highlight. Then, as the object, the sphere, curves away from the light source, you're going to get a gradually darker tone. And gradual is the key word. You need to make sure that your tone is changing very, very gradually. Okay, so we're going to use the 2 blues that we have in our oil pastel pack, because already they're their tones created for you. Okay, you don't have to add anything to them. So I'm going to start by adding very, very lightly my light blue, and notice that I am keeping my marks very close together so that it's not going to be sort of stripy. You're keeping your marks very close together, and I'm curving my tone. It's really important when you're doing any drawing that the sort of texture or the tone follows the actual shape of the object you're trying to draw. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of blue there, okay, and that's my first tone. Then, in the same sort of curved manner, I'm going to go back with my light blue, but just press on slightly harder, and you can see hopefully already that I've got a darker tone of blue. Once again, I'm really getting that nice curve of tone. If you do it flat, it'll flatten the whole image. So just make sure you've got that lovely tone there. Okay, now oil pastels are great because they're really, really soft, so you can blend them. So where the 2 tones change, I want you just to gently with your finger blend the pastel. I don't want you to blend it completely so it's just 1 tone again, but just gently blend where the 2 tones change. Okay, I'm just going to blend that. Okay, don't worry too much if you go a little bit outside the pencil marks, but try and keep inside them if you can. Okay, remember, don't blend over your highlight. Okay, now you're going to get your mid-tone blue and do exactly the same. Nice curve of darker blue, slightly overlapping the previous tone. Okay, hope you can see that. Just go almost to the edge, okay? Then you're going to blend that so that the change of tone is gradual. Okay, just blending that slightly. Okay, now almost to the edge of my circle, I'm just going to go back in with my blue. And just watch the angle of your marks this time, because you don't want to go over the edge of your circle. So just kind of adjust the angle slightly, and you're pressing on a little bit harder. Okay, so you've got a darker blue right at the edge. I'm just going to be very careful as I go to the edge and then just blend it. Okay, just like that. Now the final tone, the darkest bit, is made, I'll just smudge that out a little bit because it looks a little bit, I can see the marks a little bit too much, so I'm just blending that out. Okay, right, the final tone is made with black. Be very, very careful with black. Black is a very strong pigment, so you can spoil your drawing. So just put the tiniest bit of black on the sort of edge which is opposite the highlight. So just that little area there, and then you can smudge it round. Okay, you might need to adjust this, just check your drawing. Okay, so that'll do. Okay, you don't want to end up with it entirely black, so you just go easy with the black. Okay, we're nearly there. The final thing we need to do is ground our sphere. And you ground something by creating a shadow. So shadows are created behind the object. The sun is there, the light source is there, so the shadow is going to be this way behind it. So all you're going to do with your dark blue is just do this sort of action, kind of gently, like a circular action, a squash circle. We call that an ellipse. So a squash circle of tone, like that, and then you're going to blend it. And then as it sort of moves away from the object, it gets lighter. So I hope you can see that that's lighter. Then I'm just going to go, once again, being very careful with my black, a very, very small amounts of black where the ball or sphere touches the table. So I'm just going to put that in. And there we go, your three-dimensional sphere. So here is my finished 3D sphere, and I hope you can see that the colours have been blended very carefully to create that smooth effect. So if you'd like to have a go at this yourself, please copy it and then paste it into a slide on your art portfolio, which you will find on the Art Google Classroom. I've created a portfolio for each and every one of you, so that's where you need to put it. So I hope you have fun with this activity. Good luck and keep drawing.